This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so once again, very good morning and thanks being joining. Okay, so as part of today's session, this is our second session. Last session we discussed about a little bit about intro about Azure SQL, SQL Server, where we started SQL Server, and we discussed about what we are going to discuss overall this next our 60-day session. So today we are going to discuss about little bit about SQL Server introduction and a couple of very important concepts that is also we are going to cover. Then once we complete this one, we'll start with the SQL Server architecture. Okay. So as part of today whole, we are going to discuss both concepts, cloud along with the SQL Server. Okay. Just recap the same thing. Uh, when the Microsoft has been started SQL Server, so a long back ago, okay, there is a tie-up with IBM and Microsoft to design the operating system OS2. So Microsoft and IBM worked together and they designed the operating system too. So later they went into the market to sell both individually the operating system. But what happened, right? There is a market strategy done by the IBM, but not by Microsoft because Microsoft is not having any database. So okay, so IBM started with a strategy call. So whoever the purchase operating system to, we will give the license free for DB2 database. So everyone shown much interest to purchase the operating system from IBM because he's offering a database, a free database. But at that situation, there is no database called SQL Server. So Microsoft just entered into the market. Okay, then he started analyzing. Okay, so he feel that how importance the database is playing in that years. Okay, then then he started working with the couple of organization called Sybase organization along with Astron Tata. He worked with these two organization and he started designing a database called SQL Server product. He released SQL Server 1.0 in the year 1989. Okay, in 16-bit operating system. Now no more 16-bit operating systems, sir. Even we don't have 32-bit operating system also. Completely we are working with the 64-bit operating system. Okay, got you? Everyone clear? Till now, everyone clear, sir. This we already discussed in the last session as well. So, in addition to this,
Fine.
uh, yes, okay. In addition, this is that's what okay. 1989 was the year when Microsoft and Sybase released 1.0. Okay, but here make a note, sir. One point is very important. In the year 1989, okay, so Mike in the year 1993, Microsoft and Sybase mutually ended their partnership in 1993, but Microsoft retained the SQL services, right? So there is a code. So internally there will be code, right? So almost, so Sybase and SQL almost not similar, but a little bit Sybase related code is also using uh, in SQL Server. But since SQL Server 2005, there is no more concept called Sybase, sir. Completely, the code has been redesigned. The infrastructure has been redesigned, and Microsoft came up with the new innovation in the year SQL Server 2005. So before SQL Server 2005, after SQL Server 2005. So since so Microsoft has been started with the different versions like 1.0, 1.1, 4.2, 4.2b, A, B, 4.21a. So but till here, till here, okay, there is a code related to the Sybase as well internally. Okay, but from since SQL Server 2005, there is no relation where there is a concept called Sybase, or completely the code has been redesigned to the complete SQL Server. Got it, everyone? Anyhow, of course, nowadays we are not using 2005 as well, but this is just for your information, sir. Okay, where we are started, where we are currently working, and what are the in the middle of this journey, what happens, sir? So Microsoft is keep on enhancing its features, dashboards, everything. Yeah, got it, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so not every year, sir. So Microsoft is released 2005. Okay, in the year 2016, 2008, 2019, and here make a note, sir. This is our external version. You can understand easily, sir. So what versions you worked so far? You will tell from 2002, 2019 we worked. But internally there is a version. These are the internal versions, sir. So when you are taking the backups, so for example, I have taken one backup of the database, sir, and I'm just providing to you, and I am telling, can you go and restore it? But you don't know anything when you see the backup file. You don't know anything. So for example, sir, let me show you one sample example. Okay, so this is your one backup file, sir. One backup file. Anyone can directly tell, okay, this backup is belong to so and so version. When you just verify this backup, no, sir, it's very difficult. But if you want to see that which version this backup is taken, someone, sir, either you if you are taking, no need to worry. If someone is taken the backup and they're just providing to restore, okay, we don't know anything, sir, but we can get which version this backup has been taken by internal version. So that is how internal version will help you, sir. So this is our external versions, but internal versions, okay, also very important, but no one will ask. But still, internal versions is also very important, sir, whenever you are performing backup and restore. Got you? Yes, no? Okay. So that's what, sir, about the SQL versions. But currently, recently, Microsoft has been published SQL Server 2022 as well. So at the ending, we will also discuss SQL Server 2022. What are the features enabled for the DBA? How those features will work for a DBS? We'll also discuss SQL Server 2022. Okay, and every version, what are the enhancement done? What are the great features enabled? And how important that features also we are going to cover as part of the sessions. Now, sir, everyone is having one idea. Okay, so what are the products Microsoft has been supporting, sir? There are lot many products, sir. Not only SQL Server, sir. Microsoft Windows operating system. Everyone is using Windows operating system, right? Over your laptops. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir, sir.
yes. Microsoft Windows platform, sir. So not only operating system, MS Office, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Outlook, and Microsoft SQL Server, Microsoft operating systems, Microsoft Active Directory. So there are lot many services throughout the global Microsoft is providing us, sir, and we are using lot many products. So don't think that, okay, Microsoft is only for SQL Server, Microsoft is only for Windows operating system. Microsoft is only for MS Office, Microsoft is for Outlook or Teams. There are lot many services where Microsoft is going to provide, sir. So for example, how many services, how many products Microsoft is providing, sir? Okay, so here you can go and verify. Microsoft is almost providing 723 products. There are 723 products Microsoft is providing, sir. Out of this, okay, .NET, Azure, Dynamics, okay, Microsoft 365, Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Servers, Office, Serverlite, SQL Server, Visual Studio, Windows. These many products Microsoft is providing to us, sir. Out of this, we are going to learn the SQL Server. Our main focus is SQL Server, sir. Our main focus is, okay, SQL Server. So these many products are, so Microsoft is providing. Let me share this URL. So anyone take this opportunity and send to your WhatsApp group. Okay. So I will ping the URL in the chat window, our GoToMeeting chat window. Anyone just send it to your WhatsApp group, sir. Those links are very important. Anyone. Okay. Now, sir. For example, if you go and search with SQL Server, if you just go and search with SQL Server, see sir, SQL Server 2016, 2019, 2012, 2017, 2014, 2005, 2022, SQL Server 2000, SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server Compact 3.5, Compact 4.0, 2008 R2. So these many products Microsoft is supporting for only for SQL Server. Again, when you go for Azure, lot many. When you go for Azure, lot many. So if you wanted to go and verify, sir, so for example, I want SQL Server 2012. Okay. Now here you will get, sir, when it has been started. Okay. And also you will get when Microsoft will stop the support, sir. So July 11th, 2017 is the last support for this product, SQL Server 2017. And what is extended supports? Extended, sir. Even when you are purchasing car or when you are purchasing bike, okay, your company will provide the uh, minimum service for 1 year, right, sir? And if you pay some additional price, they will provide also extended supports for 3 years and 5 years. Agree, not agree? Yes or no?
Agree, sir.
Like same, sir. Even SQL Server is also doing the same thing, following the same mechanism. So this is the basic support, sir. Okay. This is the standard, so not basic. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is the standard support, mainstream support, sir. If you want additional support means what do you mean by support means? So, for example, you are working with SQL Server 2012, and you got stuck somewhere, sir. Even there is no idea for your team leads or your SMEs and yourself. You stuck. Everyone is stuck in somewhere. In that scenario, you can contact Microsoft. You can contact Microsoft engineer, means you will create a case to the Microsoft. సో మీరు ఒక మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ కి ఒక కేస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారండి. ఎవ్రీవన్ విల్ క్రియేట్ ఏ కేస్ టు ద మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ యువర్ కేస్ నెంబర్. ఓకే, సిఎస్, okay, CS 00, sorry, 000, okay, 6 zeros for example, 7656, and you will mention everything for analysis, sir. What is the issue? Okay, what is your basis, what you want help from the Microsoft. So then Microsoft engineer will contact you, sir, and he will help you. So that kind of support, you will get it, sir. Actually, that support has been ended, okay, this year, July 12th is the last support provided by Microsoft for SQL Server 2012. Got it? So in case now if you go and contact, sir, because the support has been ended, and if you go and create a case to the Microsoft, they will directly tell us, Okay, can you please go and upgrade your SQL Server because the support has been ended. That is the answer you will get it when you contact the Microsoft in the version SQL Server 2012. So that is what, sir, here very important. So don't simply judge like, okay, we have only one product. So Microsoft having lot of products, sir. Microsoft is having lot of products. Out of this, SQL Server is also one of the product. Got it? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Anyone question?
Yes. Yes, I have a question that
Yes.
still many of them are using 8 R2 and 12 even the
Even
extended
2000
support is
also, sir. Even
yeah.
2000 also, sir. Still, yesterday I worked with one of the issue
But in that case,
2009.
what will be the criteria that if they
Sir,
gets any
nothing, sir. Then we need to troubleshoot. There is no chance because I worked for Microsoft. 1 year I just worked for Microsoft engineer. So we will do same thing. So whenever you
oh,
create a case to the Microsoft, we'll drop a mail. So there is one block, sir, one block. Okay, that block will provide and will say that okay, due to support has been ended, so you need to upgrade. But that application is not compatible, sir. So then
okay,
we need to internally work like with our SMEs, with our team leads, and ourselves. We'll need to work together and we need to resolve that issue. We won't
it's
get
our own
any
headache.
support from Microsoft. Yes.
Okay.
Still, we are using 2000, sir.
Ah,
Forget
ah,
about 2008 and
even
2002. We are using 2000. Even I get shocked.
in, in our company we're using 8 R2.
Yeah. So that's it. So that is what, sir, actually. So uh, natural, sir. We need to think about natural. So whenever you are purchasing a product, okay, there will be standard supports will be provided by Microsoft. Not only Microsoft, sir. Go for Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, any database management system, sir. So they will provide certain support. Once we exceed that support, we have only one thing: you need to upgrade the SQL Server. But maybe here one thing you need to see the budget. Budget is also very important, and you need to see the compatibility, sir. Take your mobile, sir. Take your mobile. Now almost we are getting Android 13 OS, right? If your mobile is not compatible and your mobile is older mobile, right? And I wanted to use Android 13, there is no chance you need to purchase a new mobile, right? If your mobile is not compatible, nothing, sir, we can't do. So like same, sir, what are the futures you want for your application to fulfill? Okay, if that future is not compatible in any one of this version, then there is no other chance you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade, sir. But here one thing, we don't have any control, sir. We need to check with our application team whether that application is compatible to the latest SQL Server version or not, and they will see the budget as well. So Sampath asked right one question: what about the licensing? Licensing is also very important, sir. Budget is also very important. Application compatibility is also very important. So a decision will be made from the application end. We are just implementing, sir. Okay, who is our primary contact? Application team is our primary contact. So మనకి ఎవరు primary contact, sir? Application team is our మనకి primary contact. So what is application, sir? If you are working for ICICI Bank, if you are working for SBA Bank, if you are working for insurance, LIC insurance, that is your project. Can you directly contact your client? No, sir. So ICICI is our client, SBA is our client, but within that client we have n number of applications. What do you mean that application? Home loan is one application, car loan one application, personal loan one application, health insurance one application. So each application is having different team. Got it right? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is what, sir. SB is your client. ICICI Bank is your client. But in that client, you will have multiple applications. Each application is having different owners, different strategies, different approach. Okay. So how many applications you are working is very important. Your client, okay, I can agree. But how many applications also you are working is very, very important. Yep. Okay. So that is, sir. So when you, for example, if you go for Azure, so we have in Azure, we have lot many products, sir. Almost 200 plus services are providing in Azure, sir. Like Sybase, Azure SQL, Azure MI, Azure Active Directory, okay, Azure SAP HANA, Azure MySQL, Azure PostgreSQL, Azure MongoDB, Azure VMs, Azure Networks. Look, we have almost we have almost 200 plus services where Microsoft is offering for us. In Azure itself, we have almost 200 plus services, sir. We, we need to learn everything? No, sir. Here, very important point is which services will fit for you. That services we are going to learn, sir. There are a lot many services where Microsoft is offering. So what are the services will fit for you? So for example, you are a Oracle, so you will learn Azure Oracle. If you are a DevOps, you will learn Azure DevOps. If you are Azure Synonyms, you will learn Azure Synonyms. If you are Azure SQL, you will learn Azure SQL along with Azure MI. So if you are a SQL, you will learn the SQL related service. Not only in Azure, sir, if you go for AWS, if you will go for Google Cloud, same. So what is the services they are offering, your clouds are offering? Okay, if that services will related to you, then you will start exploring on that one. Got it? So in Azure we have many services. In SQL we have many services. In servers we have many services. So finally, Microsoft is working on multiple services, sir. Finally, Microsoft is working on multiple services. Out of this, we are going to learn Microsoft SQL Server is the one of the leading database management system where you are going to maintain your data. That can be any data, sir. Any data. Either it can be movable data, it can be non-movable data. So data, you are maintaining any data, sir. Okay, hope everyone got it, sir. So uh, when you go to the Microsoft product lifecycle, so we have SharePoint, Excel. Excel is also one of the database, sir. Okay, Excel is also database. Like a SQL Server, Excel is also database, which is storing your data, which is storing your data. So SQL Server, analysis service, data quality service, data platform system, integration service, reporting service, master data service, mobile report publishers. Okay, so these are the platforms, sir. So when you go for cloud, virtual machines, Active Directory, Office 365, Azure Storage, HD Insights, Azure MI. So there are lot many services. Okay, Subbu, out of this, what we are going to discuss overall this 60 days. So Azure SQL we are going to discuss, analysis service, okay, integration service, reporting service, data quality service, okay, Power BI, uh, virtual machines, Active Directory, Azure Storage, Azure EMI, other services, sir. Okay, so these are all services we are going to discuss. But I am not discussing about the development part here. As a DBA, when you get opportunity to install analysis service, that we are going to discuss, integration service we are going to discuss, reporting and Power BI both are same only, sir. Reporting services and Power BI. Okay, this also we are going to discuss. And not only just SQL Server. If you're just learning SQL Server, It's very challenging, sir, in the market. So there are other services which are very important. So that also we are going to discuss, because definitely you will get a chance to work with that service as well. As a DBA, I am not discussing anything about development part. You are not developing any analysis cubes, sir. Okay, nothing, sir. You are not doing anything. But as a DBA, you should know about integration service, analysis services, reporting services, and Active Directory services, Azure Storage Account Service. Okay. So in addition, this also very important. That is also we are going to cover as a DBA. Okay. Finally, don't ask again, sir. Why we are not discussing development part. We are not discussing any development, sir. We are pure database administrator. Questions? Questions, sir? Online people? Okay. Now, sir. So why we are going to discuss Active Directory and Azure Storage Account, virtual machines? Because whenever you wanted to build a cluster, sir, whenever you wanted to configure clusters, always on. Okay. Definitely we need to know about all these concepts. Okay. So that's what, sir, we are going to discuss a lot than SQL Server. So if you wanted to strong at SQL Server, we need to know about these concepts as well. That will make more easy whenever you are troubleshooting SQL Server, sir. Again, my request, if you're not stopping me, if you're not understanding, okay, simply if you're sitting idle, that won't make any help, sir. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Mr.
can't.
Mr.
There's so many questions at the moment right now in office. So yeah, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, definitely, sir. That's what. Stop me anytime. Okay. Now,
Yep.
so what we are going to discuss, that's what, sir. Okay, that is my. Everyone will think that okay, SQL is very simple. No, sir. Okay, first 30 days it will be very simple. Next 40 days I will make more complex. More complex. So first 30 days I'm going to discuss uh, base concepts only, like L1 task, just configuration, backups and everything. Next 40 days is very critical for us, sir, because that is the real world where you will get it. Okay, that's what. Now, even so, maybe we will ask more questions over the Sampath when we are discussing virtual machines, because he's a infrastructure. So we are going to build the infrastructures are here. Okay, to build the clusters, to build the always on, we need to build the infrastructures. Okay, lot many stuff about the networking as well, sir. Okay, because um, to work with the real world, we need to work with networking as well, storage as well, Windows as well, because here no one is available, sir. We need to become everything to build the clusters. Otherwise, no need to sir all these concepts. In real world, we will have Windows team, we'll have network team, we'll have storage team separately. But here you need to perform everything, sir, to build the clusters and always on. Okay, for that only we need to discuss about the networks. Okay, no worries, sir. We'll discuss a lot. Okay, yep. Now, one of the very interesting concept. Okay, so licensing, sir. So a product, whenever you purchase a product, sir, okay, So even when you are installing your operating system, yes or no? That is mostly you are getting free trials, sir. Free trial operating systems. So free trial Office 365. Yes or no? So
Yes,
you
sir.
need to purchase the license, sir. We need to purchase the license. So when you specially go for licensing, okay, so there are two types of licensing, sir. One is server plus cal, one is core per core, sir. Per core license and server plus cal license. In entire SQL Server, Microsoft is going to maintain two kind of licensing. One is core based license, okay. One is server plus cal based license. One is core based license, one is server plus cal based license. Okay, so we are maintaining two licensing, sir. So for example, if you want to do uh, if you wanted to purchase SQL Server 2019, sir, assume, and you wanted to know about what is licensing of SQL Server 2019. See, so almost both are similar only. All are similar only. So when you decide to purchase SQL Server 2019 and you wanted to verify the licensing, sir. For example, if you go and search in Google SQL Server 2019 licensing guide, so you will get a lot of documents which are providing by Microsoft. For example, I just opened first document, sir. Okay, so if you just scroll down, okay, so you will get lots of information about that product, Microsoft product. Okay, and here, not this one, so scroll down, down. Come on here. Where Microsoft is provided. Come on here. Again, it changed. Too much of document. Okay, let me enter this. Let me go for other blocks. Oh, it's not working. Shit. Yeah, this is very important, sir. Let me ping you, sir. I hope you are sending this URL over to your WhatsApp, right? Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah. No, sir. So there are two categories, sir, when you specially go to the licensing. Okay. One is core based license, one is server plus cal license. What is that core based license, sir? First, what is that core based license? Per core, Microsoft is going to charge. So, for example, sir, if I open MS Info 32, if I open MS Info 32, I will get to know how many cores my operating system is currently running, sir. So currently I'm using, okay, Intel i5 ninth generation with 2.4 gigahertz per speed, okay, with 4 cores and 8 logical processors. I am running with 4 cores, sir. I am running with my mission is running with 4 cores, 4 cores, okay, 4 cores. So that is core based, sir. One core, how much Microsoft is charging? If you are using 4 core, so for example, sir, if I go and search in Google, okay, Intel, okay, Intel process. So for example, if you go and search with Intel, okay, and if you wanted to search with, let me, sir, I don't want only Intel, sorry, okay, cool. Okay. So for example, sir, when you go Intel itself, we have lot many, right? So if you wanted to purchase a CPU, if you wanted to purchase a CPU, most of people is encouraging on the Intel processor. Agree, not agree? So in the Intel core itself, we have i7, i5, i3, i9, i-Core X series. So these many products are available within that Intel. So if, for example, if I'm going for i7, In i7, again we have too many, sir. Yes, see, again i7, 13th generation, 12th generation again. Okay, desktop processor, mobile processors, 12th generation, 11th generation, 11th generation. So in again i7 itself, we have too many, sir. Agree, not agree? Yes or no? In the again i7 itself, again itself, you were getting 16 cores, 14 cores, okay, 10 cores, 16 cores, 14 cores, 12 cores, 10 cores, scroll down, 8 cores, 4 cores, even you are getting 4 cores as well, sir. So how many core your operating system is running? That is nothing but core based license. So when you specially go for core based licensing, sir, when you specially go for core based license, sorry, core based licensing, see, okay, the per core licensing options allows for unlimited users or device to access SQL Server, both internal and external. When you go for core base, when you go for core base, unlimited users can access your SQL Server, sir. Unlimited users can access, unlimited device can access your SQL Server, both internal, external. External users can also access, internal users can access, also can access when you are purchasing core base. మీరు core base license, sir, Sampath, the people who are not able to understand Telugu, can you speak in between Telugu just 2 to 3 minutes, everyone?
Yeah, proceed, please.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Okay, don't take negatively, sir, because the people who are listening first time, it's very difficult to understand. Okay, సార్ వెన్ యూ మీరు ఎప్పుడైతే డిసైడ్ చేస్తారో లైసెన్స్ సీక్వెల్ లైసెన్స్ కోసం మనకు 2 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ లైసెన్స్ ఉంటాయండి. కోర్ బేస్ లైసెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, సర్వర్ ప్లస్ క్యాల్ బేస్ లైసెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. మనం కోర్ బేస్ లైసెన్స్కి వెళ్తే మీ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఎన్ని కోర్స్ తో రన్ అవుతుంది సార్, దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఛార్జెస్ చేస్తారు. గాట్ ఇట్? ఎస్, నో? అట్లీస్ట్ ఎస్ సార్, యూ షుడ్ టెల్ ఎస్. ఓకే,
Yes, sir.
okay, that's it, sir. Now, so that is very important, sir. For example, if you are going for core based license, so if you are going for core based license, how many cores your operating system is running? How many cores your operating system is running, sir? It is running with 2 cores, it is running with 4 cores, it is running with 8 cores, it is running with 16 cores. Now let's go and calculate, sir. Okay, we'll perform some calculations. How much Microsoft is going to calculate? Okay, sir, when you go for enterprise edition, when you go for enterprise edition, for 2 cores, Microsoft is charging $13,748. Now let me open Notepad, sir. Let me open Notepad and let me open calculator as well. Calculator, both, sir. Okay, both. So if you are going for enterprise edition, enterprise. Okay, if you are going for enterprise edition, sir, if you are going for enterprise edition for 2 cores, how much Microsoft is charging, sir? How much Microsoft is going to charge for 2 cores? $13,748 Microsoft is going to charge, sir. So if you convert into the Indian currency, okay, what is $1 equal? How much Indian currencies are currently? Make 75, sir. Just will make 75. Okay, 13,748. Okay, into 75. How much Microsoft is charging for 2 cores for one enterprise edition for one SQL Server, sir? 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs 31,100 rupees Microsoft is going to charge for 2 cores. Assume if you are running with 4 cores, if you are running with 16 cores, getting my point? So license is very expensive, sir. Okay, for 2 cores. Okay, for 2 core, that this is for 1 year, sir. Okay, this is 1 year. So for 1 year, Microsoft is going to charge 10 lakhs for 2 cores. So how much for 1 core, sir? So almost 5 lakhs for one enterprise edition. For one enterprise SQL server, okay, Microsoft is going to charge 5 lakhs for 1 core. Nowadays, no one is using 1 core, sir. Minimum we will use 4 cores. Yes or no? So when you go for i7 or i9, okay, there is no concept called 2 cores, sir. You can't get 2 cores, sir. Oh, you are getting 2 cores. Yeah, you are getting 2 cores, sir. Good. Not 1 core, I believe you won't see 1 core. 2 core, yes. Basic, sir. This is basic. But if you are installing enterprise edition with core base, so
No,
unlimited
these are
users
all for
can
the
run.
desktop processor, right?
No, it's a server, sir.
Because
That
the
can be
server
server.
recently I purchased, so it's the minimum will be they told the 16 core. So I just purchased it's a dual core, around 32 cores will be there.
Yes, that's what, sir. Means if you go for normal, if you go for in real world, okay, even when you go and verify, sir, in real world also they are running with the 2 cores. I just verified they are running with 1 core whenever I was
No,
working
those
in
are the old or they
Microsoft.
don't want to go for the
Old,
industry
that's what.
standard. So yeah, so if you want to follow the industry standard, they have to go for the either the HP ProLiant or for the Dell, the PowerEdge servers. Those comes with the minimum 16 cores.
Yeah.
Even not only the SQL, for the Windows license also, the Microsoft has changed it to the core based. So yeah, so this is my recent experience, which did purchase for two months back.
Yes, sir. That's what we are going to cover
Yes.
server as well. For server, how much Microsoft is going to charge. Okay. So this is the core, sir. When you go for core base, there is no charge again for Windows operating system. Again, I'm repeating, there is no charge. Microsoft won't charge for your operating system because already he is charging a lot for SQL Server, sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
the licensing between the Windows and the SQL is totally different. Even though if you have the Microsoft license, even though if you have the Microsoft CALs, so those are not applicable for the SQL CALs and the SQL license.
no, when you go for server plus cal, okay, that is
Mm,
something very interesting. So when you go for server plus cal, so Microsoft is going to charge server for server separate license, for cal separate license.
exactly. But even though if you have this CAL, so this is not applicable for the Windows servers. Means
No,
what I'm saying,
no.
if you have the
Yes,
servers,
right,
you need to
right. You are
purchase
right.
the Windows server. Yes. Because
No, that's what.
most of
So
them, yeah, no, they don't aware this kind of stuffs. Even this is very new to me. So after we did some purchase, so I come to know because I just liaised with many vendors and I got those options.
right. So even whenever I was working for Microsoft, sir, uh, even we don't know because even when we are Microsoft, because there is a separate team, sir, actually, Volume Licensing Team, VLC. Okay, so if you have any queries, any doubts over the licensing, again I'm repeating to everyone, sir. If you have any questions, any queries, okay, any doubts related to license, okay, you need to create a case to the volume licensing team. So most of the people, most of who are working for SQL, who was working for Windows, they will create a case to the Windows team. They will create a case to the SQL team, sir, because your doubt is on licensing. I'm a SQL Microsoft engineer, sir. I don't know anything over the licensing part. Really, sir, we don't know anything because there is a separating, especially who are working for licensing. So whenever we have some queries or doubts or concerns and we wanted to check, so we need to create a case to the Microsoft Volume Licensing team. So they will help you all your queries because they are only one person who are having more knowledge on the licensing part. In addition, sir, got it?
Yes, Subbu, but my suggestion is so those who are all participating here, they're good to know about this one because now the companies are expecting, so you need to be have end-to-end knowledge on the SQL as well as the Windows servers. So
That's it, sir.
this is the main thing. If you have
That
any
is the reason
planning,
I
so the
added reason.
licensing, yeah, I
Licensing
appreciate.
very important. Licensing very important, sir. That is the major reason I added in the starting itself.
Yeah, good to know, Subbu.
Because
Thanks.
because this is very important, sir. Actually, you are purchasing SQL Server. Simply, I cannot go and install the SQL Server, right? That is real world, sir. In your laptop, you are installing SQL Server. You are playing. You are doing whatever you want. Okay, I can agree. But when you go to the real world, okay, so don't take okay. What is this application team? We can install SQL Server as many SQLs. Hey, sir, licensing very cost. So if you are maintaining 100 enterprise edition, then how much your organization need to pay for Microsoft, sir? Sir, I cannot reveal my company name here, but whenever I was working in Microsoft, not in Microsoft, when I was working in Infosys, especially in Infosys, my client I used to support 4,000 SQL servers, almost 4,000 plus SQL servers, sir. Now tell me, how much revenue Microsoft is going, and within my project, a single project, only Microsoft we are maintaining 4,000, sir. Forget about Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, Amazon Aurora, blah blah something.
No, this kind of licenses they introduced from the 2019, right? Prior to that, 2016 or 2017, so they will be go like the instance type of license. So they don't have
No,
like per core or thing.
no, this no, not from SQL Server since SQL Server 2012 this licensing, sir. No,
I
only
don't
not for
think so
2009.
because I have in my record, so I am just accessing the Microsoft volume licensing. So I don't have this kind of entry. So starting from 2019, yeah, I can see the core based license will be there because the people are moving to the Windows, the VMware concept, so they want to change the licensing terms in respective of Windows Server as well as the SQL. This is what my understanding.
Okay, I will share the documents, sir. No worries.
Mm, yep.
Okay. Yeah, once this session, I will just share the more information related to the licensing because that will help you a lot. Mostly, if you are getting these kind of opportunity when you are working, you will become strong in technical, sir. Okay, don't escape in real world. Whenever you get opportunity, just explore more on that concept. Then that will make you more technical strong. Like even Sampath is telling that he got opportunity recently. That is well and good. I really appreciate sir actually because he's learning a lot. Is going and seeing everything internally. Just installing SQL Server, working with SQL doesn't make any sense. Anyone can do, sir. But if you start digging everything, then you will become more stronger. Got you? And I will share some more documents, sir, related to volume licensing. Okay. So just make one better understanding. So when you go and start purchasing the license, if you have any queries, any related, you need to create a Microsoft case only for the volume licensing thing. VLC, volume license. They can help you lots, sir. Not your uh, Windows team or Microsoft Windows team or Microsoft SQL team, Microsoft Network team. No, they don't have any idea, sir. Okay, there is a separate team who is going to maintain. So that is what, sir. Uh, one licensing. So when you go for core based licensing, you can access your SQL. N number of users access. N number of users can access the SQL server. Okay, either it can be internally or it can be externally. First point, everyone clear, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
No. No. So when you go for server plus cal, Okay, server plus cal, sir. When you go for server plus when licensing is sorry, before one thing, okay, let me, sir, one more thing I need to add here. Sir, this is for enterprise edition, sir. This is for enterprise edition, this cost. So when you go for standard edition, sir, when you go for standard edition, when you go for standard edition, so what is the cost, sir, for 2 cores? What is the cost? Okay, so $3,586 Microsoft is going to charge for standard edition. And if you calculate, sir, okay, so let me 3,586 into 75. So how much Microsoft is going to charge? Almost, sir, how much cost has been reduced when you go for standard edition. Now in real world, you may get one more question, sir. Which edition you are using more on your real world? Which edition, sir? Now tell me. So mostly you will use standard editions in real world. Okay. So assume if you go for 100%, sir, if you go for 100%, 80% you will use the standard edition, 20% you will use the enterprise edition. Okay. Please be careful, sir. Your answer should be in a cluster clear when someone is asking which editions more frequently you will use in real world. Standard edition. Because cost. In case if my application want some features, sir, for example, always on feature, always on. Okay, in always on feature, I want to use flexible always on feature, sir. I want to use more flexible always on feature. Then you need to go for enterprise edition. Okay, so if your application requirement is something that is not compatible in standard edition, then go for enterprise edition, sir. Otherwise, mostly prefer standard edition. Standard edition, because you are reducing more cost. You are reducing the cost, sir. Clear? Not clear? Sir, we'll discuss, sir, about the editions. Okay, standard edition, enterprise edition, express edition, evaluation edition, developer edition, web edition. We have too many editions as well, sir. We'll discuss that part. Okay, in the coming sessions. So if someone is asking what is the main edition you are going to use in your project, current project, tell that. So 70 to 80% we are using standard edition, and 20% we are using the enterprise editions, because to reduce the cost. Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Tirupati, Yadav, Sampath, Prabhu, Prasad, Gautam. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, now when you go, yeah, yes. Okay. So again, one more, sir. Whatever the questions I am highlighting in the session, sir, make a note when you are watching that video. Okay. So definitely, very rare case these questions may ask, sir. Okay, aborting license, very rare case, because uh, as per my experience, I'm telling, very rare case only you will get this kind two questions, sir, about licensing, about which editions you will use more frequently in real world. Okay, more on real world, sir. These two questions, very rare case. If you are answering, you are well and good, sir. They feel that you are somewhat strong and technical. Okay, that's what my main agenda is. So if anyone is asking what is the main edition you will use, more tell that 80% will use the standard edition, 20% will use the enterprise edition. Don't tell 80% will use the enterprise edition, 20% will use the standard edition. No, sir. Enterprise edition will use very less in real world.
No, not only
Yes.
this SQL. So what my suggestion is, so wherever you go, which technology, which course you can study. So the first part, they have to understand the licensing, because I interview so many students. This is my first question. So if they know about the licensing, definitely they will be strong in the technologies. That is what my understanding.
Right. There are a couple of questions, Sampath. Okay, when you go for SQL, almost 10. Okay, if that they are answering 10, you are so so strong at technical, sir. I feel that you are strong at technical.
Mm.
But again, even I check with the people who are having experience, more than experience, my experience like 10 years. I ask about the licensing, but no one, sir. Again, I get shocked.
Yeah, because those who are working in the offshore, so they don't have the visibility. So what the project team is doing in the back end. So they want to do only the BAU support, just implementation, but they don't know what the project team and how they are calculating the budget. They don't have any visibility. So that is the main reason.
Yes. Even when you go for Azure, also there is a concept called cost management.
Mm.
Yeah, in Azure, especially what is the cost we are going and what is the wastage. Okay, how to reduce that wastage. This all will comes into the picture when you go into the work in real world, sir. Again, again, project to project. Like Sampath told, right? Who is working in on-site, who is working in offshore. Okay, so on-site people get this opportunity more when you compare with offshore. But again, if you get opportunity this kind of, you are awesome, sir. Okay, yeah, now, sir. So when you go to the server plus cal, when you especially go to the server plus cal licensing, sir. Okay, so when you go to the server plus cal licensing, customer must assign a license to the physical hosting, any operating system environment running in SQL Server, and acquire a SQL Server cal. Okay, what exactly means? So first they need to acquire the licensing for server, and they need to integrate, sir. They integrate with the SQL Server cal licensing. Cal stands for client access licensing, sir. Cal stands for client access licensing. So server plus cal, how many client access, sir, you are going to purchase, that is also very matter. So for example, so try to understand the logics are here. So for example, you are going for server. So Microsoft is going to charge. Again, sir, this is a basic. Again, whatever I'm sharing in the screenshot, this is the basic. There is a separate, maybe Sampath uh, get the visibility, maybe Yadav also get the visibility because they are working in the client location. So they have a separate URL where they can go and verify all this kind of stuff. Yes or no, Sampath? Anyone who are already got this opportunity, they have separate URL, sir. Volume licensing is separate URL. Once they go, they can get every information. How many license you have been purchased, how many are remaining. Okay, what is the payment for those licensing? You can see everything in that separate URL. But you people who are working offshore, you may not get this opportunity, sir. Yes.
Yeah, we do have the Microsoft Volume licensing portal for each and every company. So if you purchase any licenses, so we need to provide our the official ID. So they will the Microsoft registered ID. So they will just tag the license to the particular email. So it will reflect in the portal. So how many license we have, so how many license we used, how many lessons are pending. So it's not only like the latest version. So it's whenever we start the company, so it will be we track all the licenses in the same portal in terms of Microsoft.
If possible, I may take, if I get a chance, I may take the screenshot and I will share it, sir. How that portal looks like. Okay.
I don't think so. Let me share whatever I have, but since those are the regulatory, so I'm not supposed to do that. Let me try whatever I can.
Yeah. Thanks, Sampath.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Really, that's what, sir. Very important. This part is okay. So when you go for server plus cal, okay. So how many clients you want? Okay. Then each client Microsoft is going to charge $209. Okay. And for server, Microsoft is going to charge $899. Getting? Now you may also get one doubt, sir. How Microsoft is going to track all this? There is a licensing, sir. Whenever we are installing SQL Server, I will show you that license ID, how it looks like. It's like a 16-digit characters. Okay, so it's look like, for example, okay, so numeric. Okay. Okay. So this is how your license ID will be available, sir. When you are going to install SQL Server, so because we are not downloading from how we are download, how I'm going to show you, sir. So SQL Server download. So what we will do, we'll search for SQL Server download, and we'll go to the SQL Server download, and we'll download the SQL Server, and we'll install the SQL Server. This is the practicing purpose we are doing, sir. When you go to the real world, we'll download from the different portal, Realm licensing portal itself. So when you are installing that product, automatically you will get this license ID. Or if you are having normal SQL Server, sir, you need to provide that license ID. So license ID, by using this ID only, Microsoft is going to track how many license you are using, whether you are using properly or not. He used to track everything with this ID. Got it? Yes? No? So when you go into the licensing part, there are two types. One is core based license, one is server plus cal license. So when you go for core license, how many cores you are using, Microsoft is going to charge. Okay, if you're going for server plus cal, so how many clients wanted to access the SQL Server, you need to purchase those many cal licenses, and the server license will be separate. Yeah. And how Microsoft is going to charge? Every license, there will be a license ID. By using that ID, Microsoft is going to track everything, sir. And he is also audit, sir. Is also audit, but I am not personally get that much opportunity. Again, sir, there is no hide and seek, but he is going to audit, sir, like yearly or 3 years, or he will audit, sir, every organization. That's what I came to know. One of expert explained me.
Yeah. The audit will be happening like so. Since we are working for the regulatory, the audit will be happening every year. So we'll just take the inventory, what are the softwares and the devices you are using, and they will compare with the Microsoft, the volume licensing portal. So and they want, because since the SQL is like, it's trust-based license. Even though if you get the license for one server, you can install the multiple servers. So there is no track for the SQL. But since even though this is some of the license from the Microsoft are trust-based.
Yes.
Yep. I'll try to share some later. I will share the picture how the volume portal looks like.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any questions, sir, now about the licensing part? Anything you feel you have to discuss? Clear? Not clear? So very important, sir. Again, even somebody is told, right? Very important. If if who is having more technical, if they are on the part of interview, they will ask awesome questions, sir. And we can easily find that, okay, you are having good exposure on SQL Server or not. Okay. Yep, sir. And let's go for something, a basic concept, sir. I'm not going for in-depth now. Okay, it's a bare concept, sir, because the people who are starting their journey, okay, they need to understand how the data centers look like. This is how your data centers look like, sir. Yes, Sampath, you are.
Yeah. So yeah. So still I have a few questions like. So how you did for the VMware? I mean the VM's license. So have you came across any SQL servers hosted in the VMware? Like what type of license they assign to it? Like core based license, or the server license, or the CPU based license?
Sir, mostly
Do you have
I
any
got
clarity?
opportunity. Yeah, mostly I got opportunity. So we went for two kind of licenses. Okay, for VMware and out of VMware, sir. Okay, depends on the criticality of an application. They will go for core base because how they are going to access the application, their portal. And for medium scale application, they went for server plus cal. That's what, because
No, if
uh,
definitely if they go for the core based license, it should be physical server. It's not the
yes,
VM.
yeah, not VM, sir. It's a physical server only, core base.
Yeah, physical
But
server.
for VMware,
Yes,
they went for server plus cal. Yes.
server plus cal. Okay. Let me token it. Thanks. Yeah, you proceed, Subbu. Let me chat later.
Yeah. No, sir. So a simple image, sir. How your data centers look like in real world. Okay, this is how your data center looks like, sir. Okay, each technically you should call it as a rack. Okay, every rack will have the common network, common switches, common power supply. Okay, so your data centers can be good, very good, which is arranged properly in the top main images, sir. Okay, and your data centers can be ugly, which is you will see in the bottom. Okay, so this is how your data center looks like, sir. In that data centers only you are storing all your data. Okay, this is a simple image, sir. I am not digging more. Okay, so mostly we know that our data centers over the land, sir. Okay, but you feel that uh, the data center which are hosted over the land having more failure when you compare the data centers which are hosted over the sea, oceans, under the water, sir. If your data center is hosted under the water, you will see very less failures when you compare with the data centers which are hosted over the land, because over the land we are having lot many oxygen. Oxygen is good for human beings, sir, not for servers. Getting my point? Again, I'm repeating, oxygen is good for human beings, not for servers. So the servers which are hosted over the land, you feel that a little bit failover, more failover when you compare the data centers which are hosted on the under the sea, sir. For example, if I wanted to show you, uh, let me, sir, I will show you one video. Just yeah, let me know once everyone able to hear. Are you able to hear, sir? Everyone, everyone able to hear? Yes, no.
No, not able to.
Okay,
No, sir.
okay. Let me, sir. Once. Now,
Overarching goal of Project Native is the feasibility of underwater data centers. Phase one was just to be able to figure out, can we get computers into
yes, no.
Yes, sir.
a container when we deploy them in the water? Leaking, do the computers survive? How well do they last? Phase two was to show that we can make it in a manufacturable production scale component. So the container behind me fits on a trailer, it fits on a cargo ship, and it allows us to actually build up this data center to any size that we want. Berkeley is a great place for this partnership because they've got renewable energy for 100% and more of their grid power. Computers are not designed to work in the environment that we humans operate. So things like oxygen, moisture in the air, that's equally bad for computers. It causes corrosion on the components. You also get temperature fluctuations. So the heat from night to day, summer to winter, can cause those components to fail. And so we have this theory that we're in a really stable environment. We're in this cylinder, we've taken all the oxygen out, we control the humidity. No one's walking around. There's nobody bumping things or causing any additional failures, so we can see better reliability. And so far, as we've been monitoring this and the data center on land, for each of the same components, we see 1/8 the failure rate in the ocean data center than we do on land. We've got some good data, reliability. We've proven we can do this full deployment process. Now let's finish the story and let's show that we can do the retrieval and we can do the recycling once it does reach end of life, and make sure the entire cycle is possible. This project gives us the ability to feel like we're working not just on computers, not just on data centers, but on sort of moving forward environmental responsibility as a company and as individuals. I mean, everybody uses the cloud. Everybody needs data centers. This need isn't going to go away. We're going to continue to build our data centers and use more electricity because the demand is there. The demand keeps growing. How do we do it that's better for the environment? It's just better for us as the people.
So you got it right. So the data center which are hosted over the land, you will see a bit failures, sir, because the nature can change anytime. Okay, different between the so we have the rainy season, we have winter season, we have summer seasons, right? Okay, and oxygen is not that much good for your operating systems when you. So that's the reason. So we started. So Microsoft has been starting to place the computers, to place the servers over the oceans. So the servers which are hosted under the water are more reliable, more. They see that the failures are not that much when they compare with the servers which are hosted over the land. Yep, got it, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, sir, let's little intro, sir, about SQL Server. Okay. So SQL Server is a relational database management system. Okay. Technically, we'll call it as a RDBMS, relational database management system, developed by Microsoft. Developed by Microsoft, and it is also one of the competitor for MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, PostgreSQL, all these other database management systems are. And SQL is completely support ANSI SQL and starting with the standards as standard with the SQL language. Like most of the people will know the C language, C++ language, Java language, .NET or Python, right, sir? Like same for all our database management systems. So there is a common language that is nothing but SQL, SQL. So structure query language, sir. Okay. So again, I'm repeating. So most everyone knows about C language or C++ or Java, .NET or SAP. We have different languages, sir. Again, like same for all our database management system, having a common language, that is SQL language, a structure query language, a structure query language, sir. So even when you go for MySQL or if you go for Oracle, if you go for SQL Server, almost we are following the same standards, sir. Maybe the declaration part is different. Okay, the declaration part is different, but underlying concept is again same. Okay, if you know the SQL, if you know SQL developer, if you know SQL Server developer, you will also strong at Oracle developer. If you are already strong at Oracle developer, you almost strong at SQL developer as well, sir. Almost similar. So we are using one common language, sir. That is nothing but SQL language. SQL language, sir. That is for Oracle, that is for MySQL, that is for SQL as well. That mostly the major difference you will notice is a declaration part. Mostly you will see the declaration parts are when you are writing the programmatic. Again, I'm saying when you start writing the programs like stored procedures, functions, okay, triggers, okay, declaring the variables in the stored procedures. So the declaration part will be different, but the concept underlying the concept is almost similar, sir. When you go to the any database management system, don't see from the DBA point of view, sir. You need to see from the developer point of view. So we have one session. We are going to discuss one development session, sir. What exactly the developers are doing, so that in real world when you are working, it very easy. You will get very easy, sir, when you start uh, working with DBA part. Because even you are a DBA, you should know the development skills, sir. Because when you are working with the performance tuning, especially with the performance tuning, sir, you should analyze the query. What is that query? How complex query it is, what are the tables, what are the columns they are pulling, everything you should know, sir. So that will make more easy when you are troubleshooting the performance tuning. Otherwise, it's very difficult to tune the query, sir. So you should know the basic knowledge. Again, I'm not telling you should know uh, more knowledge on developer. If you know, that is awesome, sir. Okay, if you don't know the development knowledge, no need to worry. Okay, if I'm going to explain you what is the basic knowledge, that will help you lot when you are working with the performance tuning. Okay, so tuning is very, very important, sir. So if you wanted to tune everything, you should know about the development skill as well. Anyhow, we are discussing almost 60 sessions over the DBA. At least we need to spend 2 to 3 sessions on development part as well. What developers are doing. Okay, so how they are designing the queries, what suggestions we can make to the developers, what are the best practices they need to make so that the query performance will be so good. Because one query may change everything entire your SQL server, sir. One query may change entire your VM to run slow. Because on that server only SQL Server is running. In that server only Oracle is running. That server MySQL is running. So if you're not designing your queries properly, that will impact your SQL Server. Parallel, it may also impact your server as well. Getting my point? So for example, sir, now see, now when I open the task manager, now my CPU is running healthy, my memory is also running healthy, my disk and everything is running healthy, sir. Everything is running healthy. Now nothing I am doing, sir. I am just running a query. Okay, I'm just hitting one query, sir. Okay, one query. Forget about that query, what exactly it is doing. Okay, I am just open uh, 4 sessions. I just opened 4 sessions. Four sessions are running a SQL query, sir. Now you can go and verify. Now your memory is hitting, your CPU is hitting very badly. Sir, one query can change everything. Because how the developers are been designing that query, that is very important, sir. So we should understand what the developers are doing. What is the query? Whether they design properly or not, everything you should understand if you want to do troubleshoot performance, sir. Getting my point? Now see, sir, your CPU is hitting very badly. It is almost 100%, sir. Continuously it is 100%. One query can change everything. Okay, so what developers are doing, sir? Developers should follow all the best practices. All the best practices. So whenever they are writing the queries, so query is nothing but statements, sir. Okay, it can be select, it can be insert, it can be update. So the people who are not understanding, no worries. We have, I'm going to take a separate session for only for development, sir. Okay, I will show you a couple of things that will help you a lot to understand what developers are doing. Okay, so SQL Server is a database management system which is developed by Microsoft. It is also one of the competitor for other database management system, and it is completely designed as per the SQL standard. SQL standard. SQL stands for Structured Query Language, sir. It is used to perform the operation on the in the database, sir, to update the records, to delete the records, to create the records, to modify the records. It will do. Okay, so when you go to the bank, so for example, when you go to the bank, sir, and you will request your bank employee that I wanted to open your new account. So what they will do, right? They will create your account. Once they create account, if you wanted to update your address, mobile number, email address, you will perform the updates. You wanted to delete, so for example, I wanted to delete the account. I don't want any account. I wanted to close my account. They will delete the account. And you wanted to modify, means you are going to perform some uh, uh, depositing, sir. You will deposit, you will withdraw, you will deposit, you will withdraw. You are going to modify. So regular, sir, whatever you are performing regular things, same thing you are going to do in the SQL part. Inserts, updates, deletes, create, modify, all this stuff you are going to do, sir. That stuff is managing by SQL, structured query language. Got it, everyone? Online people?
Yes.
Yes, Sundar.
Okay, only one. Okay, so SQL is completely
Correct, sir.
Microsoft SQL Server is Microsoft SQL Server is completely designed based on the SQL standard only, sir. So SQL is just a query language, sir. It's a query language. It is not a database. Again, don't get confused. It is not a database. And one more point, sir, I wanted to add. Sir, whole this week, you are having a bunch of questions. Again, sir, after 6 to 7 sessions, you will get complete one idea. Okay, don't get hurry, sir, and don't get tense at all. Okay, so whole this first 10 sessions are very, very important, sir, because I am completely discussing internal. Sir, I don't want directly jump into SQL, sir. I want to discuss internal. Okay, first 10 sessions are very, very critical for you, sir. Again, I'm repeating, first 10 sessions are very critical, important. You will get a bunch of questions on your mind. No worries, sir. After 10 days, you will tell, I am pretty much comfortable in SQL because I am discussing internal only. I am not going for any weight, sir. Okay, next 10 days, you will get a bunch of questions. Don't get confused. Okay, today you will get lot many questions that tomorrow I'm going to clarify. Again, tomorrow you will get some more other questions that day after tomorrow sessions I will clarify, because at one shot I cannot explain you, sir. At one shot I can't explain you. So every day you will get your questions will be clarified. Just you should wait, sir. So please bear for me 10 sessions, sir. You will become more stronger in SQL Server. That is a what the core component we are going to discuss. Okay, no worries about what is SQL, uh, what is query. We are going to discuss, sir, in the coming sessions. Okay, so that's what. So every this all 10 sessions are interconnection link. So if you wanted to get other information, first you need to know this information. Okay, so please be available, sir. Next 10 days are very critical for us to become more stronger. Make a note. So it is a query language, sir. It is not a database. But you don't know what is database firstly. So that's what, sir. So we are going to discuss. So next 10 days will be all you will have multiple questions. Make all notes, sir. You will get clarified at 10th day our session. Okay. So to perform SQL queries, you will need to install any database called Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, DB2, Sybase, Teradata. Okay. So these are all the database management systems. Okay, you need to install. Sorry, you are not installing everything. As you are a SQL Server engineers, we will install SQL Server. Once you install SQL Server, you can use this SQL language. You can run the queries. You can perform updates, deletes, creates, modify all this operation using that SQL language in your database management system. Got you, sir? మీరు ఈ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూస్ చేసుకొని ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్ లాంగ్వేజ్ యూస్ చేసుకొని మీరు క్రియేట్ కానీ ఇన్సర్ట్ కానీ అప్డేట్ కానీ డిలీట్ కానీ మీరు పెర్ఫామ్ చేయొచ్చండి. బట్ మీరు పెర్ఫామ్ చేయాలంటే మీకు కన్ఫామ్ గా ఏదో ఒక డేటాబేస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ సిస్టమ్ అయితే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి. అవేంటి సార్? ఒరాకిల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, మైసీక్వల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, మాంగోడిబి చేసుకోవచ్చు, ప్రోస్గేస్ ఆర్ సీక్వల్ ఆర్ DB2 చేసుకోవచ్చు సార్. ఓకే, so any database management system you can install and you can use the SQL Server. Sorry, not SQL Server, SQL language. Got you? Questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So query is nothing but just a instruction, sir. It is just a set of instruction given to the database management system to perform, sir. Query is nothing but, sir, someone will call it as a query, someone will call it as a transaction. Okay, but you should call it as a query, sir. Queries. So either it can be Oracle or MySQL, any, sir. You should call it as a queries. Nothing, sir. Query is nothing but you are passing some instruction to the database management system to perform, sir. Okay, comfortable? No, sir. So basically, your SQL Server, if no questions, right? Anyone? Okay. So silence make no questions. Okay. So basically, your SQL Server will follows client and server architecture, sir. There will be client. Your client can be desktop. Your client can be browser, sir. Client can be your desktop. Means in the desktop means not only just desktops are on the desktop. You will install the tools like SQL Server, SSMS, any third-party tools, sir. So you will install the tools, and that tool from that tool you are trying to connect to the SQL Server. From that tool you are trying to connect to the SQL Server. Along with you will use the browsers as well. Browser means Amazon. You will connect from the browser, right, sir? A Flipkart you will connect from the browser, Snapdeal or ICICI or SBR or whatever you are connecting from the browsers. But that browsers also trying to connect with interact with the database only, sir. So your SQL Server will follows client and server. Sir, these tools, this browsers can be designed by .NET, Java, PHP, WordPress, anything, sir. So that the tools can be designed from Java, .NET, or PHP, or WordPress. They design from any one of the applications, sir. But the backend is your SQL Server. The backend is your SQL Server, sir. Either SQL Server, or Oracle, or MongoDB, or PostgreSQL, or MySQL, any database management system. So if it is a SQL Server, we are going to support, sir. If it is a Oracle, Oracle team will support. If it is a MySQL, MySQL team will support. Okay, you may also get to support with the Oracle or MySQL or something else, sir. So Sai got opportunity when he's working in IBM. He used to support Oracle along with the SQL Server. Both he got, sir. And I really appreciate Sai, sir, actually. He don't know anything about Oracle, but he searched in Google, he learned and he used to support. He never complained me. Subbu, it's very difficult for me to support Oracle. I don't want this job. Let's switch. He supported for 1 year, sir. So you may also get, sir, but take that opportunity because nowadays industry is looking multi technologies. Oracle SQL, MySQL SQL, PostgreSQL SQL, MongoDB SQL. Okay, so you want cross multi technologies, sir. So in case if you're getting a chance, sir, almost you can compare, sir. You can compare whatever you are doing in SQL Server. Almost you will do same thing in Oracle as well, sir. But the naming will be different. The configuration may be different. The process will be different, but the underlying concept will be same, sir. Getting or not? Yes or no?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Now, a simple, sir. Again, a basic definition. What is a data means? Okay. In a simple words, data can be facts related to any object, sir, in a consideration. That can be movable objects. That can be non-movable objects. It can be your mobile information, your SIM information. It can be mobile information. It can be human being information. It can be license information, other information, PAN card information, anything, sir. Data is object. Okay, consideration, sir. It can be movable. It can be non-movable. So what you are going to store, where you are going to store means I am going to store my data in the database. Sir, when you go for 10 to 15 years ago, take your schooling, sir. Most of the people from India only. So when you go for your school, how they are going to take your attendance, sir? How you are going to take their attendance? How you are going to make attendance, sir? They will maintain the registers, right? In the book. In the book, they are going to make the register. They will call your names every day, and they will make one tick mark If you are present, yes, tick. Otherwise, wrong. Yes or no? In 2 mark. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Yes. No. Who is, sir, getting, not getting? Sir, back to our olden days, when you go to the schools, how they are going to take attendance in the notepad only, right? That means no one done your schooling. You directly jump into BTech.
No, sir. It's taking register. Yes.
And then at least yes or no, sir. You are learning, okay? Don't make calm. It never help you, sir. Again, I promising. Okay. Now, after couple of years, they started with the Excel. Excel. They're going to maintain one Excel. They're going to maintain all the data in the Excel. Okay, sir. Once the revenue starting, so for example, you are getting good profits. Okay, your company is getting good profits. Okay, then they started. I don't want maintain Excel, sir. Okay, then they started installing the database management systems, either SQL or Oracle or any other, sir. And they used to store your data in the databases. So keep on upgrading, sir. Keep on upgrading. Once you get the profit, sir, they used to go for a database management system. That is why we are getting all these jobs and everything, sir. If still they are maintaining in the books, okay, will you get the job in SQL Server or Oracle or anything, sir? No. Now industry is looking for advanced level to reduce the human effort, sir. Let's make something automation. Industry is running for automation, sir, actually, for cost cutting, actually. If everything and automatic, then gone. But most of the people is asking the same question: if everything is automatic, what we? No, sir. Even you make automation in SQL Server, if something goes wrong and users are something, I told you, right, sir? If suddenly something happen and is hitting, no automation tool will help you, sir. You need to troubleshoot. Okay, we need to troubleshoot, sir. Let me close this one. Otherwise, my CP will bump like anything. Okay, I forget to close. Okay, make a note, sir. So that is the enhancement is performing everywhere. Now we are going to store our data in the databases. So database is nothing but collection of data, and it is arranged, sir, in the proper format. You can access very quickly. You can modify very quickly. Both you can do very quickly, sir. Database is nothing but collection of your data. That can be any, sir. That can be movable data, that can be non-movable data. Your data is now storing in the database. Your data is now storing in the database. Okay, clear? Not clear?
Sorry, sir. Clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sir, again, basic. I am not starting any SQL Server, sir. Okay, till now I not started anything. This is just information purpose. Apart from nothing, sir. Okay, sir. When you go to the SQL, sir, mostly there are having two languages. One is SQL language, T-SQL. Sir, when you go for SQL Server, sir, when you, so sorry, why mouse is not moving. Sir, when you go for SQL Server, अरे यार, SQL, let me clear it out, sir. Let me go for Paint. Okay, let me go here, sir. Sir, if you go for SQL Server, sir, SQL Server, if you go for Oracle, okay, these are the two leading database management system. Okay, so here we are having SQL language along with T-SQL language. T-SQL, sir. I'm so sorry. Mouse is not moving that much. What happened? 1 second, sir. Let me bring something. Okay, T-SQL, sir. SQL language and T-SQL language, sir. When you specially go to the SQL Server, sir. But when you go to the Oracle, SQL language again, sir. SQL is common, sir. Again, I'm repeating. SQL is common, and they will call it as a PLSQL. PL SQL, sir. So programmatic language SQL Server, sir. Transaction language. So here they will write the programs, sir, actually. So when you go to the SQL Server, we have two languages, SQL and T-SQL. When you go for Oracle, they're also maintaining two languages. One is SQL and PLSQL. So PLSQL, they will write the programming, sir, programs like stored procedures, functions, triggers, cursors, everything. Even when you go for T-SQL also, they will create the stored procedures, functions, triggers, okay, cursors, everything. Almost similar only, sir. So SQL is the common language for all the database management system. And in addition to that, we will call it as a T-SQL, we'll call it as a PLSQL in Oracle, T-SQL in SQL, sir. What they will do, they will write the programs. Who, sir? Not you. Sir, you are not writing any coding. There is no coding, sir. Again, don't get confused at all, okay? Your developers, sir. Your developers will start writing the codings. What they will do, right? They will create the queries, they will create the stored procedures, functions, triggers, tables, everything they will do, sir. Then what DBA will do? We are maintaining, so you will maintain, sir. So what I mean to say is, so what developers will do exactly means, so they are going to maintain the, they are going to create the queries, they are going to write the programs. So that programs, technically you need to call it as a T-SQL. That falls under T-SQL, sir. In Oracle, that falls under PLSQL. So whatever you will do in the PLSQL, same thing you will do in the T-SQL. Whatever you will do in the T-SQL, same thing will it reflect to the PLSQL. But the declaration part is different, sir. Apart from everything is same. So you can install SQL Server in Windows. You can install SQL Server in Linux. You can install SQL Server in Mac. You can also install SQL Server in containers. Containers, means, so when you go for, containers is nothing but, so for example, Dockers. Okay, so Docker is a container, sir. Okay, so Docker is a container, sir. So you can install your SQL in Docker. You can install your Windows on Docker. You can install Python on Docker. You can install PostgreSQL on Docker. So these are the containers, sir. Okay, you can install SQL Server on Windows platform. You can install SQL Server on Linux platform. You can install SQL Server on Mac platform. You can install SQL Server on Docker platform as well. Docker's Kubernetes. Docker's Kubernetes are both are containers. Both are containers, sir. So Dockers and Kubernetes are both are containers. So you can install your SQL Server on containers as well. Here in Dockers, they will create YAML programs, sir. YAML. Whenever I used to teach DevOps, I used to teach the Dockers. So they will design the YAML program, a different language, sir. Okay, so when you see SQL Server, okay, it will only work in Windows platform. Okay, SQL Server will install only Windows. No, you may also get in Linux. You may also get in Dockers. Means you may also get in containers as well. Means I don't know. So you need to we need to support, sir, because we are a SQL servers engineers. So you need to support how to work with the SQL in Windows, how to work SQL with Linux, how to work SQL with the containers. Getting? Okay. That's what, sir, this slide represent. And always make a friendship with the network team, storage team, and Windows team, sir. That is what my best suggestion. Okay, that's what my best suggestion I can tell, because whenever you are working any having with the network issue, you will contact your network team. Okay, one second, sir. మనకి లాజిక్ మానిటర్ యాక్సెస్ లేదు guys. Okay, so just make a friendship with your network team and storage team and Windows team as well, sir, because we need to work together when you are working with the certain activities, or when you are working with the clusters always on performance tuning. You should get opportunity to work with this all kind of teams. Okay, so make it just friendship with the network team, storage team, and Windows team, just okay. And you should know about this team groups, sir. Who is our Windows team, who is our network team, who is our storage team, who is our backup team, who is our active directory team. You should know every team group, sir, because assume, sir, you are working in night shift, you are working in weekends, Saturday and Sunday, and that too in night shift. No one will be available, sir. Suddenly your server went down. సడన్ గా మీకు ఒక సర్వర్ డౌన్ అయింది, సార్, and you wanted to bring, you can't bring, sir. Who should bring? Your Windows team need to bring. So for example, you don't know who is our Windows team. Now tell me how much challenge. Now tell me what is the challenge you will face, sir. Okay, so please get all the group information and make somewhere, sir. You need to maintain one Excel, or you need to maintain one notepad. So for example, uh, I will open the notepad. I will make, okay, Windows team, Windows Windows team. Okay. अरे यार. Okay. So MSP dot win dot uz. So this is the group who is taking care about all your Windows activity. So this is what you need to get information, sir, when you get any opportunity when you starting your career. Who is our Windows team, who is our network team, who is our active directory team, who is our backup team, if you are using any backup third party backups, who is our backup team. Just make all your entries in the notepads. Everything you need to record, because if you know SQL, if you don't know SQL, you can work, sir, but if you don't know the process, it's very difficult to work. Getting online people?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, sir, okay, think like a Terminator, sir. Whenever you are working with something, sir, whenever you are working with something, assume, sir, you take your family, sir, take your family, personal family. You went for a tour over the car, your own car, sir, and that too you were traveling over the night. You know about something about the car, sir, but not that much. And suddenly your car completely down, sir, and it is not moving. You don't know anything. You have the petrol or diesel, it is good, everything is good, engine is good, but suddenly something happened, and over the night it went down. What you will do, sir? Recently I faced the same issue, sir. Whenever I went a tour with the last batch, okay, to the Pondicherry, uh, it's my car only, sir. Suddenly it's down. Suddenly down, sir. We don't know anything. Okay, no, if something happens suddenly something happens, sir. Okay, your SQL went down suddenly. What you will do, sir? So you will get multiple ideas on your mind. Maybe memory, maybe network, maybe index, maybe new code, maybe application, maybe TAMDB. maybe stats, maybe configuration, maybe CPU, maybe IO, blockings, deadlocks. Anything may cause your SQL Server to run very badly. So, not only learning SQL Server, sir, you should learn about tuning. So when you start tuning, these are all bubbles will come on your mind when you are working with so and so activity. Yeah, got it? Yes, no. Okay. So whenever you are dealing with something, sir, okay, you need to think from the memory point of view, think from the index point of view, think from the CPU point of view, think from a new code which is designed by your developers. Everything you need to come into the picture, sir. So that will help you a lot. No worries at all. Whatever here, all the bubbles, we are going to discuss everything with the live demos. Okay. How I triggered, if I just triggered one query and your CPU is hitting high, sir. So whenever your CPU is hitting high, how you will troubleshoot. So that's what, sir, we will discuss in depth. So if CPU is hitting high, sir, if CPU is hitting high, what you will do? Everything, sir, everything I will make a note and I will provide you, sir. The process, again, very important process. Sir, technical stuff you can learn anywhere if you search in Google. Definitely you can learn, sir. But process, experience make the process very clear, sir. You should experience. Now, last time I got one experience with my car. Like same, sir. N number of students will got their experience whenever they are working in real world. Okay, so this is the process you should follow whenever your CPU is hitting high, whenever memory is hitting high. This is the process you should follow. So process is very important here. No worry, no tension. Again, I'm telling. Again, on day one, I'm telling, sir. First 10 days, you will go mad. Again, after 10 days, you will feel that SQL is very easy because we are discussing core internal, sir. I can't show you practically a couple of things in the starting, but I will show you a real world experience after 10 days because that is our actual. This is internal. If you strong at internal, definitely will strong at the core part as well, sir. Okay. Yeah. And same, sir, one more slide. I also I'm just presenting here. Why I'm just presenting everything in the starting means everyone is having one assumption, sir. SQL is very easy. No, it contains lots. Even when you, sir, that's what, when you go to the tuning only, your application team will come to you and ask, hey, your sir, assume, sir, uh, if you're opening your Amazon or Flipkart applications or on your smartphone, Android or iOS, if your Amazon is opening very slow, you are not able to book the order, you are not able to book the ticket, you are not able to book the ticket, what you will do, sir? Flight ticket or anything, sir, train ticket or flight ticket, what you will do? You will go for alternative app, right? Yes or no? Means you are losing one user. So why your application is running slow? Application team will come up with different issues, sir. Today you resolve one issue, tomorrow I will come up, they will come up with one more. Tomorrow if they resolve, again day after tomorrow they will come up with one more issue. Okay, so when you go for tuning, sir, see, slow running queries, fragmentation issue, wait issue, TAMDB, proper execution plan. There are lots, sir, again. So when you go here, you have a lot of blocks in your mind. So I need to walk through indexes, fill factor, fragmentation, wait types, hardware, page splits, okay, update statistics, TAMDB, profilers, a lot many, sir. If you wanted to start, if you wanted to look into. So these are all will comes into picture. That's what after ending, sir. At ending 15 to 20 days, we are going to sit only for these concepts. Then you will get better idea. Okay, if anyone is coming to you and asking, hey, I am running one application, my application is slow, then you will get one better idea what I need to start, where I need to start, how to troubleshoot. This only is our advanced level we are going to discuss. Okay, yeah, that's it, sir. Questions? Okay, first 10 days again it will be very hard, very hard. Don't get afraid, sir. Okay, after 10 days only you will feel so comfortable. What everyone will do, right, sir? Most of the people, when you go for other trainers, they will tell a simple, okay, this is what. Most of the people, that is what feeling, okay, SQL is very easy. Yeah, SQL is easy, sir, when you start from scratch. When you start from base concept, sir, it's very easy. You should know about how depth your pillar is, sir. So that is what very important. That is what first 10 days I'm going to show you, sir. Most of the people, not your batch, sir. Every people, let me stop the recording. Okay.